From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returned to start the game. The new rule here in effect. A fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. We can look at this Bronco defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver Hill. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Hill left the powerful Kansas City offense last season and really improved the Miami one. A 4th All-Pro nod for the burner and only the 11th 1,700-yard season in league history. Adds a catch and first down to his follow-up campaign there.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The Dolphins at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run. Achane. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Mostert is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4 down?
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And Judy's going to have a Broncos 1st down as the tackle made up near the 35. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright? Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. To throw is Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Second and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Setting up the screen to Pirine. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on down to kick it away for Denver. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 6 makes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Achane. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep for Denver, the rookie Marvin Mims. It's taken to the 26. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Achan. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd down, Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 3rd down, Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
In motion goes Patrick. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Up the middle, it's Williams. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's what we were hoping to see out of Williams last season before a torn ACL 4 weeks in ruined expectations that he could join the top tier of NFL running backs. That type of upside remains, though, and Denver certainly prepared to help him unlock it as he returns to full strength.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now a 2nd and 2. Now it's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not only was that a nice run, it's got to be a little bit of a confidence booster as they head towards the end of the first half.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. In motion left, Hill. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Short pass to Howard. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Achane. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. Touchdown! Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Broncos, nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And
Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Durham Smythe. 34 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it is 28-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, This one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second and 5. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard gain ahead. Brings up the
3rd and 5. Now Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. The leading rusher in NCAA history from Youngstown State. Here's Jaleel McLaughlin. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 14-yard line.
Wilson. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go with Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game.
28, Broncos 7. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And that's on Austin Jackson, 1st-round pick in 2020. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. A run straight ahead with Achane. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at about the 28. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Throwing is Wilson. Finding Williams on the check down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this returnable for Hill. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 89 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
2nd and 9. They'll run the draw with Mostert.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Tua going to throw.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Mostert looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Now Howard, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. O.J. Howard taking it in from a yard out.
And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
Up the middle, Achane.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Right back to Achane on second down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. They need 12 here. It's third down. Now a toss right side. Achane with it. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 44-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A line ball here, remember. Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3. But they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 65 yards. And the Broncos take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses.